Hi everyone. This week we covered some very important topics. We started by continuing the article series on governance and risk management here at Bondora, where we looked into who does our financial audits, who's our internal auditor, and who's responsible for financial reporting inside Bondora. And we found that the audit is performed by Deloitte, the internal audits are performed by PricewaterhouseCoopers, and our very own CFO, Mr. Ray Neuerberger, is the one responsible for our internal financial reporting. With great excitement, we announced the biggest portfolio manager and dashboard release to date with many new and improved features. To start, the default investment size calculation is now tailored to the individual investor, where it takes into account 6 different variables to determine the bid size for you individually, and is designed to offer optimal level of diversification and efficient deployment of capital. We also introduced advanced settings to override the 6 different aspects of the bid calculation, so you can now customize everything to your own liking. So you can start by setting your own preferred level of diversification into the amount of different loan applications you want to have on your portfolio. Adjust the period from when you want your capital deployed, ranging from 1 to 4 weeks. And set the maximum amount you want to invest into each individual loan application. And if you select the maximum bid size to be lower than the maximum investment per loan application, you can split the investment into smaller pieces, which potentially gives you more liquidity down the road should you need any. You can also set the minimum amount per investment and set the amount of spare cash balance that you will want to keep on your account. This could be useful for when you just want to have some available capital at your disposal to withdraw anytime you like, or just to make the occasional manual investment. We have also added 6 new portfolio manager strategies, ranging from ultra-conservative all the way up to opportunistic, to replace the 3 which we had before, which were conservative, balanced, and progressive. The expected loan distribution charts now take into account both your existing and new loans. Also, something that our investors have asked for quite a bit, we have added a new advanced feature. When selected, you can have your portfolio manager automatically bid onto loans available on the secondary market as well. We have added the easy liquidity option, where you just have to enter the amount of capital that you wish to be freed, and our system automatically takes care of the rest by listing your existing investments on the secondary market. There's been a lot of discussion about how we calculate net returns here at Bondora, and some of our investors have their own views of the future, and now for months there's already been the option to set your own assumptions to calculate net returns. But still today, a lot of you are surprised that this feature exists and don't know where it's located. So for popular demand, we have now moved that feature also to our dashboard, so you can easily put your own assumptions in and recalculate the net returns the way you see fit. And some good news to our non-Euro investors, that we have now added an easy way to withdraw any funds using TransferWise straight to the dashboard. That's enough of our updates to the portfolio manager and dashboard for now, so let's look at some of the other things we've talked about this past week now. In our weekly industry news roundup for the week of the 25th, it was quite quiet in our industry, where the biggest news once again came out of the US, where Bloomberg wrote that Prosper is launching its own proprietary investment fund, and Huffington Post and the Financial Planner covered the trends set by financial technology companies. Also, Crowdfund Insider has picked up on some of the more in-depth content that we have been pushing out recently, and ask for comment on why we have decided to do so. So you can read about that on Crowdfund Insider, and also if you speak Estonian, then our CEO Bertel Tomberg has been featured on Äripäev's podcast, where he talks about investment, diversification, and our industry in general. We finished off the week with our monthly origination summary for the month of July, where you can see that here at Bondora we had a record month with close to 2.3 million euros worth of loans issued, of which Estonian loans continue to make the largest share of our origination, coming in at around 61%. Finland following in by 12%, and our Spanish share of origination is around 12%. With average interest rates in Estonia ranging in the mid-20s, for Finland in the low 30s, and for Spain in the mid-50s. The differences are generally due to the risk rate structure of the different markets, where Estonian loans are generally prime, Finnish loans are near prime, and Spanish ones subprime. For a more granular breakdown of where the loans actually went, which grades, then please check out our blog, where we have granular level data for each country, loan grade, the amount of interest, and share of that grade from our originations. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this brief overview of what we've been up to on our blog this past week. I know it was a bit longer than usual, but we did have quite a few major announcements that we wanted to go a little bit more in depth to. Obviously, for more information, please go visit our blog, read through the materials that we published. Obviously, there's a lot more detail in those blog posts than we could cover in this video today. Anyways, see you guys next week, and bye-bye.